Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here on such short notice. This place isn't bugged, is it?
Bugged? Wait, Jamie, what's going on?
It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
Yeah?
That's all I paid for it.
I think I need to get back to you on that.
Do you know what you want?
Yeah, I do now.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you've always wanted, plus America's best warranty at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. The guilt is real, but so is the savings.
Listen, I don't want to get in your business, but if that's all she paid for it, I'll have what she's having.
It's a great day for a new Hyundai at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event going on now. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Palisade, Santa Fe, and Santa Fe hybrid models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3, OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Before we get to weekend winners, I want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go Tommy's, G-E-A-U-X, Tommy's with a Y.com is the website. Once you go to the website, you'll clearly see the difference. Award-winning year after year after year. This year, 2025, in the Advocate, they are best windows. Tommy and the team going to come in and do whatever you need them to get done. You can check out the gallery of work. You can also check out testimonials. And remember, if you've got something custom, they can do it as well. Go Tommys.com. Let's go ahead and get to it. Little weekend winners.
That's how winning is done.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that? Win the whole thing.
All right, Flynn, I'm going to pass this to you. I always start it off, but I know you want to get your golf take, and this is the time. If you want to get your golf take out, now's the time. Weekend winners, so go ahead and
Are
wax.
you sure?
Yeah.
Because I was going to take about 2 to 3 segments on it.
Nope, I'm not going to steal it from you either. So go ahead, sir. Golf.
Are y'all ready?
I'm so ready. I've been
Can't
waiting. I've been waiting all show.
I'm sitting on the edge of my
seat. All right,
seat.
weekend winner. A huge weekend winner. Life winner. Scotty Scheffler. My God, is this guy playing at a out of this world godly pace right now. It is incredible what this man is doing with a tiny little white golf ball. He wins the BMW Championship this past weekend in amazing fashion. His 5th, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PGA Tour victory this season. And to just kind of like tell you about where that lies, all the players in the history of golf in the last 40 years to win back-to-back 5 wins on the PGA Tour in back-to-back years. Scotty Scheffler, Tiger Woods, that's it.
Ooh.
That is it. So he's playing incredible. The big run that Tiger had for a long time will always stand above everybody else, but what he is doing is starting to gain more and more comparisons each and every week that he plays golf. And he comes back yesterday, 4 shots back. He eliminates that lead and within like 5 holes, and he puts a nail in the coffin of the Scottish man, Robert McIntyre, who is a great golfer. He'll be on the Ryder Cup team. And he chips in on the 17th to take a 2-stroke lead, just wins in incredible fashion every single week. And he just does it in the most mum way possible. He's just boring. He's just standard white guy. He is just the guy that goes out there and plays golf. Family man, nothing not to cheer for that guy. And what a little headline on it as well. His caddy, Ted Scott, that we talked about a month ago, talking about how his prize winnings every year are like, I think he's like last year, he was like 4th or 5th on the tour as a caddy on like career on his earnings for the year. He is not, I think he's had family issues or something going on where he's missed the last 2 weeks of these the FedEx Cup points, different championships. And I think the stand-in caddy yesterday, Scotty's purse was $3.6 million. So the caddy would have made $360,000 as a stand-in. And so Scotty Scheffler is my weekend winner. And I guess from the other side of things, potential weekend loser would be his caddy, Ted Scott. I don't know why I'm sure it's good reason that he missed. But if
loser.
So what happened is now the 34, the points championship on the PGA Tour, they will play next week. And the winner of that gets the purse of $10 million. So
that didn't suck. The
caddy, Ted Scott, who's a Louisiana guy, if he ends up missing again, he would have missed out on nearly $2 million if Scotty ends up winning. Oof. So, weekend winner and a weekend loser there. But shout out to Scotty Scheffler. Also, there was 6 people after yesterday was marked like the technical end of the PGA points system for the Ryder Cup, and we have 6 automatic qualifiers that are locked in. Captain Keegan Bradley will be choosing the other 6 captain picks by August 27th. We will see if he picks himself and becomes the first player captain.
Myself to introduce myself.
Yeah, and if he did that, he would become the first player captain.
I think you should do that.
Since.
Just like that, actually.
Arnie Palmer alert. Arnie Palmer alert. So, those 6 picks that are automatically in, Scotty Scheffler, J.J. Spawn, Xander Schauffele, Russell Henley, Harris English, and Bryson DeChambeau coming all the way over from the Live Golf Tour.
All right, you weren't kidding. My God. Are you done?
I told you it was 2 to 3 segments.
Jeez,
people need to know about the golf.
Dog.
That's crazy.
I can keep going.
No? That is, all jokes aside.
Shout out, Scotty.
Remarkable what he's doing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
He's got a chance to be in that rarefied air.
I think as of now, he's in that rarefied air as of now because it has lasted multiple seasons. But he's got the chance to be in that Tiger, Jack, Arnie echelon. If he continues, he's such a good, he loves being a father, loves being a fan. That's the only thing that can sidetrack.
The only thing that can stop this guy is being
family.
a good father and a good husband. Outside of that,
he's got it.
The world is his oyster. All right, Alondra, a weekend winner or loser?
I got a weekend loser. So we haven't talked about it yet, but for me, the weekend loser is the Big Ten and the idea of a 24-28 team playoff.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Because it's just so dumb. And last year when we were talking about the 12-team playoff, I was like, well, I just feel like people are going to start making arguments for even more and more bigger playoffs just because, when it was the 4-team playoff, people would be like, oh, well, the 5th team, they had a chance to get in it, blah, blah, blah. Now you got 12 teams, and people did the exact same thing that I knew they were going to do. They did it with Alabama. They were like, oh, well, Alabama didn't make the playoff. Well, they could have won the whole thing, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
But Big Ten executives are floating around the idea of a 24-28 team college football playoff. And also, the SEC is, Greg Sankey and the Big Ten commissioner talked about it. Tony Petitti, they talked about it. So even the SEC is maybe floating the idea around as well. This would feature 7 automatic qualifiers, each for the Big Ten and the SEC.
Oklahoma would get
5 each. It's so stupid. 5 each for the Big 12 and the ACC. 2 for the best group of 6 programs and 2 at-large bids. So this would basically also get rid of conference championship games. And just the idea of this, that you need to expand it to 24 teams to figure out who the best team in college football is, is just stupid to me. So weekend loser, the Big Ten, and probably the SEC too, because why do we want to do this?
I hope that Greg was just listening in that meeting. That's dumb.
Why play a regular season? Why have regular season?
Yeah, no, like literally, why is there a regular season?
7 teams?
Yeah, 7 teams.
Like literally, that's half the conference.
There's 16 teams in the SEC. Yeah, that is
the top half of the conference is going to go.
That is half the conference. And again, this would eliminate conference championships because of how expanded it would be like 5 weeks.
That
you would play
what are we doing?
6 regular season games probably, and let's be honest, the win-loss records wouldn't really matter because to her point, everybody last year was like, well, if Alabama got in, well, Alabama didn't because you can't lose to Vanderbilt and Oklahoma and get into the college football playoff. I'm sorry. And when in the history of ever has somebody been like, damn it, if that 29th team, if that 29th team just had a shot, they would shock everybody.
Yeah.
Come on, move. Like, no, this is awful.
I mean, last year you had Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Missouri, Ole Miss, Alabama, South Carolina make the college football playoff. So Missouri, Ole Miss, like all those teams would have got in. No. What are we doing? No. To like 12 is like we're probably already, going to go to 16. My God, like you get in the 20s. What are we doing? 17. There's not 7 teams that deserve to go out of any conference. That doesn't exist. 7? Hey, we got 7th place. We got a chance at the championship. I don't know. I'm out on that.
Basketball does it.
Not for every conference, but I know what you're saying. Okay, when's the last time that a team that the 7th team out of a conference? I mean, UConn won as what, a 7 seed one year, maybe? Like the best example you can give. So you're for it?
No. I'm not saying that. Not saying that. No, it's dumb.
That made me actually kind of angry. Tay, weekend loser, winner, what we got?
Yeah, I had a winner, but I'm going to skip it because this one here is a lot more interesting, and the whole 2018 playoff just got me a little fired up. Over the weekend, or I guess on Friday, Monica McNutt joined Stephen A. Smith on First Take, and they were doing a little studio thing. And we all know Drewski.
Yeah.
Right? Like social media sensation Drewski. He joined the show, and he very clearly had a Barry Sanders jersey on. However, turn your jersey around, Drewski. It said Sanders on the front, which is dumb. But he has this jersey on, and let's listen to what Monica McNutt had to say about it.
Drewski, good morning. Good morning.
How you doing? Feeling good, man. Excited. Flew here for this. I'm up. I didn't know I was doing this this early. I'm up, though. Jeez.
Well, it's a blast for us to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so the jersey. Let's get into it because obviously this ties to one Shedeur Sanders who balled out in his first preseason game. I'm sorry, I apologize. Barry Sanders.
Okay.
Obviously.
Lot to unpack there. First off, if you don't know who Barry Sanders is, you cannot host a morning sports show. I'm sorry. Also, different number than Shedeur Sanders. Different color scheme than Shedeur Sanders. What the hell are we doing here on ESPN? Like we gotta cut this out at some point. You can't be up there if you have no idea what you're talking about.
To your point, even I know who Barry Sanders is.
Like it's a Lions jersey.
Even
I.
But it's worse. You don't have to know who Barry Sanders is to realize that's a
not
Detroit
Shedeur,
Lions jersey, and Shedeur Sanders
Yeah.
plays for the damn Browns.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that what all the kids are doing these days? Turning their jerseys around?
I don't know.
I mean, Drewski's funny, though. I love Drewski.
It is funny.
Yeah. Like, it's trying to, obviously you're here to support Shedeur Sanders. He goes, this Barry Sanders.
Like, different team, different number, different era. But other than that, you nailed it, Monica.
And it makes it worse that she started the conversation. Like, it was her icebreaker, but then led with the obviously.
Obviously, we all know.
We all know.
That you're here supporting Shedeur Sanders by wearing a Barry Sanders Lions jersey. We know that.
What do you think Stephen A. was thinking?
He was here. That's the quietest I've ever heard Stephen A. Stephen A. was like, can we move on, please?
All right, well, I'm going to go to weekend winner. I know it's been a lot of negativity here with the weekend losers, although I agree, obviously the playoff 2014, like, what are we doing? Stetson Bennett is going to be a weekend winner for me. And he did it against my Bush League Bolts, but he was 28 of 40, 324 yards, 8.1 yards per attempt, 3 tutters.
40 passes in a preseason game?
He's the only quarterback that played for the Rams, only took 1 sack in the game. He did throw an interception, but a heck of a day for the mailman, Stetson Bennett. And look, he's had some trials and tribulations, obviously, He's had some personal issues, but like his entire story of being a walk-on and going to junior college and earning his way back to Georgia, winning national championships, like the guy, don't like the guy, whatever. I can appreciate his journey. And he's back in the NFL, playing really well for the Rams. A lot of people said he'd never be an NFL quarterback, but and look, I know he's not the starter. I know that's Matthew Stafford's team. Obviously, I believe Jimmy G's still on that roster, but shout out to the mailman, Stetson Bennett. Like, it is very cool. Like, if you walked by Stetson Bennett, there would be nothing ever to tell you he's an NFL quarterback, an SEC quarterback, or a national champion. But that's exactly what he is.
Yeah, and I know that Jimmy G has the track record and has the name recognition, but it looks to be that Stetson Bennett has done everything he can to win that backup role there.
Well, he's more exciting, right? And then with Stafford with that back injury, we don't know how big it is.
Yeah.
Like,
it's probably a situation where they keep 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, there's a chance Stetson plays this year. And like, to Jake's point, it's in the first time Stetson did this.
Yeah.
He had 200 yards and 2 touchdowns last week.
Yeah.
Like, Stetson Bennett has been balling out.
Man. He really does. I don't know. Nothing about him, like I said, tells you that, but he can go out there.
Yep.
And be dynamic, and he was again against Charger defense that is a good defense, and they played their guys in this game. Not all of them, but they played some of their veteran players. So shout out to Stetson Bennett.
Hand in the air here. Hand in the air. Hat off. Make my apologies for my weekend loser pick. We just heard in the chat that there was a critical issue. Is the reason why Caddy Ted Scott. That's my bad.
Yeah.
So, look, not a surprise that we don't always do the background checks here at OTB.
We don't speak in French.
We don't always do the deep dives. We just sometimes keep a little surface level. So my bad. It's on me.
ChatGPT probably told him. All
right,
look,
ChatGPT failed you.
again.
No, I didn't.
Shocker.
I should have used ChatGPT on that one. I didn't.
Right. Well, let's get to our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo. I'm sure he's got a lot of thoughts on the Jags Saints preseason game. So we'll have Dev join us when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com if you're buying new, if you're leasing, or you are renting. We talk about the rentals all the time, per day rental prices. And like Matt told you earlier in the show, they are better than your big box rental departments. Okay, you go there and everything's available and the prices are incredible. There's no limitations like, hey, you can choose from these 3 vehicles. So if you've got a big trip planned to go watch the Tigers or the Saints play this fall, it is the only option. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today in that rental department, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
Yeah, sometimes it's just that time of life where it's time to upgrade. It's time to get a new vehicle, whatever it is. Maybe you got a bigger family. Maybe you got a new job. You got to do some more hauling. Whatever it is, they can get you covered in a brand new Toyota, in a used vehicle, whatever it is. You can go to their website right there and see everything they got in the lot, their whole inventory. Start the trade-in process for your current vehicle. Go see them, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
I'm having trouble trying to sleep.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
As time ticks by, still I try. No rest for cross chops in my mind. On my own, here we go.
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. It is 9:15 on a Monday morning, so you know what that means. Our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, joins us now. Dev, what's going on? How we living?
Yo, what's happening? We're doing all right, man. The Saints didn't win, but they didn't lose.
They didn't lose. They did not lose. How do we feel? How do we feel though? How do we feel yesterday? I mean, they made a comeback. Hey, Dev, when that game started, I was like, are they about to get run out of their own building in the preseason by the Jags? But they held strong and made a comeback.
Yeah, and that's the thing that you do hate to see is that first, one thing about the Saints the last couple of years, it's that first half, bro. Like, put preseason aside, even in the regular season, they just been slow in the first half, right? To where they'll put up 3 points, 0 points. And, I mean, you guys know this. It's hard to win in the NFL if you can't really score in the first half. You're probably going to be playing from behind unless you got this incredible defense, you know?
Yeah, it's not ideal when you don't score points in the first half. Overall thoughts, though? Any like individual players, anything kind of stood out to you?
Yeah. I thought that Spencer Rattler, I mean, I think it's time. It's funny because I was on here last week. I was like, wow, Shuck didn't play that bad. This is a true quarterback battle. That's one thing I got to admit. Like, I got it 1-1 going in the third game, you know? But I thought Spencer Rattler in the second half, you know, you could tell that he played with, like, a chip on his shoulder. It reminded me of that game last year. I think it was against the Commanders where Jake Hayner had started and then Spencer Rattler had to come in and come back from, like, I want to say, like, 17 points or something like that. Almost wound up winning the game, came down to, you know, the last play on the goal line. But I thought that he looked really ambitious, man, you know. What about your boy Mason Tipton? I mean, here we are again, man. Here we are again with Mason Tipton.
Yep.
These guys that we've been I mean, if you're a Saints fan, you got to feel good about the draft, right? Because these guys that we've been drafting the last couple of years, I mean, they kind of showing up right now, right? So whether it's Jalen Ford from last year, whether it's Jonas Senka, Danny Stutzman, the D tackle. What's the D tackle we drafted this year?
Even like Christian Boyd's been playing well.
Right. So I mean, this is promising. I mean, they didn't trade Kalen Saunders to the Jaguars yesterday for no reason. I mean, they feel good about these dudes, you know. So I think that's probably the most promising thing is like the thing that everybody complains about the draft picks. They kind of you could see the light. You could see the light with them, man.
I would say watching the game yesterday, like a couple of the only bright points of that first half to me was watching the individual effort of Kendre Miller. Like you can kind of see why he's gotten so many opportunities because you see those flashes, but it looks to me like he's seeing his run reads, reading the blocks well, and he's got some juice to him right now.
Yeah, and I think that's always been the thing with him. A, stay healthy. B, can we get any blocking? You know, if we can get any blocking for Kendre Miller, yeah, he's pretty electric, you know. Another one, I'm talking about running backs, you know, I just don't see how Clyde Edwards-Helaire don't make this team, dude. You know, dude, it's contagious, right? So just the energy in general, you could tell he's so happy to be a New Orleans Saint. Yeah. You could just see it. He's got a level of toughness that we don't really have in the backfield. I mean, you put Kamara aside, but I mean, Clyde's different, right? I mean, him bouncing off that tackle on the sideline, how many dudes really do that in today's game, you know? So I think he's definitely got to make the team. I mean, look, even Pettis dropped the ball, but went and, you know, and I was talking mad trash about Pettis last week, but even he had a decent game yesterday.
You kind of like brought up Clyde, like even before the game, like trying to get everybody hyped, like, you know, pumping up the crowd. This is kind of like one of those like gladiator, like the advice to Maximus, like situations to Kellen Moore, like win the crowd. We're in the crowd right now. Like this is a hometown guy, Louisiana guy, wants to be here.
Making plays.
Like making plays. Like if you want to make a statement to the new your new team's fan base, like keep Clyde around.
Yeah. I 100% agree, dude. I mean, and then look, Stutzman, you know, you can tell that he wants to be great. I mean, I say it almost every week. You can tell this guy wants to be great, and he's going to be something. So, I don't know, man. Even Foskey had 2 tackles, bro. I mean, it was
you know, when Foskey gets in on the action, you know, it was a good Sunday for the defense.
Yeah, 100%. And then, you know, Stallbird, I think that's another guy that I could see if he don't make the team, definitely being on the practice squad. They're going to have to make some decisions at running back, though, because, all right, so I'm looking at it right now. I think Cam Akers, you could probably let him go this week. I just don't think it's going to work out. The Yawns guy, you could probably let him go. And then you got to make a decision with the Devin Neal, because if you put him on the practice squad, I mean, this guy was touted in college. People know about Devin Neal. So I doubt that he would last on the practice squad for very long.
Yeah, and for the running back position, I mean, it still wasn't great in front of them on the offensive line. Certainly in the interior. Like the edges, you feel actually pretty good about. I think the tackles have actually played well. Kelvin Banks, I mean, he is somebody that is as advertised. Fuaga moving over from left to right tackle. He had another solid game. He's probably been the most consistent player on the Saints offense all preseason long. But again, like I saw old Caesar in chase technique again, like too many times. It's like all of his technique kind of goes out the window in the pass game, in the run game. Like that is somebody the Saints absolutely have to have. Like whatever happens with Trevor Penning, I know he's been out. Hopefully they can get him back, and you're going to get Eric McCoy back, and there's no reason to play him in the preseason. But if the Saints run as much gap scheme runs as they want to, man, you got to have better guard play.
I mean, even on that play with Cesar Ruiz when Shuck threw it to him, I mean, they picking on Cesar Ruiz, bro. They had one guy. They had one guy come and push him right out the door, dude. Seriously, and they ran through. And then somehow, of course, Cesar Ruiz is trying to catch the ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which Shuck is trying to throw it to him. Both were in the wrong. This guy, Cesar Ruiz, he needs to play 5 quarters next game. I'm not even kidding.
He was wide open that play.
He was open.
He was wide open.
He was open.
Yeah, if you're not going to block, I guess you gag.
Yeah. The color analyst for the game was on a heater yesterday when he said, he was wide open on that play. And then did you see the instant replay for the first down yesterday where they went to the view, kind of like tennis, where it had like the graphic of the football and they the line kind of popped up and we had just made it. And the color analyst said, they were playing just the tip. I was like, what? I was like, you can't say that. You can say that on our show.
Let's talk about the chain gang thing. I got to be honest, and I know this sounds like an old-time opinion, but I think it's despicable. I mean, dude,
despicable.
I'm just supposed to trust this Roger Goodell technology without actually seeing how they actually came to this conclusion. I mean, this is worse than that. It's just like, I just got to wait for the ref to be like, it stands or don't, It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I kind of miss the old, out of shape old guy kind of waddling out there with the chain. And then the anticipation, Deb, of getting it. And when he stretches it, everybody's like, oh, my God, what's going to happen? Then he places it, and then you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah, that's football. That's a weird thing that they implemented. I don't even remember hearing about that.
And it's not even like a chip in the ball situation. It's 6 cameras that are, positioned in the stadium taking pictures of where the ball went down, and that's how they come to the conclusion.
Well, it's just like the replay, the instant replay they have in tennis. Like, I was blown away when I started, when I first watched this years ago when they were doing that instant replay, and I was like the graphics of this looks like it's coming from a floppy disk, and this is what we're judging Wimbledon finals on, like a replay in this
floppy
ball.
Disk.
It does, and I agree with you. It is the graph. At least make the graphics look a little bit better.
Oh, I'll do you one better. At what point did we start taking tips from tennis for football, dude? I mean, that's insane in itself.
Just the tips.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. But I mean, anyway, I don't know. It was one of them. That was a classic Saints game yesterday, man. It really was, because first half, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm ready for a nap. I am ready for a nap. Second half, out of nowhere, here we are, 17-9, and they driving down the field with barely any time on the clock. It was something else, man.
Do you feel better or worse about the New Orleans Saints, Dev, after 2 preseason games from your preseason expectation?
Dude, I got to be honest. I think going into week 1, I would not be surprised if they could beat the Cardinals, because all it's going to take is a good defensive game, them getting to Kyler Murray, not letting him do Kyler Murray things, and them pulling some stuff like they pulled yesterday on offense. So I wouldn't be surprised. Now, who they play the next week? They play, let's see, I think it's the 49ers. Okay, that's a little... it's going to be a little different. And then the Bills in week 4. But, I could see him winning the first game and getting our hopes up, man. I really could.
Like last year?
Yeah, absolutely. I really could see. I mean, the first 2 games at home, too. So if the defense can play good, the only thing is, yes, it's the depth on defense kind of for me in certain positions.
Mhm.
You know, I just feel like Trevor Lawrence kind of did whatever he wanted after he had that fumble. I mean, he kind of did whatever he wanted. You know, so if that's going to be how, even though that was a second string defense, but if that's going to be how quick they rolling down the field, I don't know a lot about Staley's defense. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I know a lot about it. What you need to know?
It's
Well,
like
Chargers head coach.
Yeah, it seems like they're willing to give up some yards. Huh? I don't know.
Yeah, they are. No, it's a bend don't break type of defense, and they look for like a turnover after they've given up some yards. I just kind of it's keep everything in front of you style defense. And again, like you said, I mean they didn't have their starters in there. And look, obviously Brandon Staley probably still has PTSD when he sees the Jags roll into town after that playoff debacle he had with the Chargers. And so, like, don't judge him playing the Jags ever.
As long as you take the ability to go for it on fourth down away from him, I think he's a pretty good coach.
Yeah.
God. Oh, we're on our own 25, 4th and 11. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Stats say.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. And then I'm also interested to see who they go after in the waiver wire and stuff because.
Yeah.
You know, all right, let's just talk about this one position in general, right? The tight end position. Okay, so Juwan Johnson, who is healthy, or I guess coming off an injury, who I think is healthy now, he sits out yesterday.
Yep.
You got Foster Moreau, who don't look like he's going to be back for a few weeks into the regular season. Dude, if Juwan Johnson goes hurt, which, oh, by the way, this happens like a lot.
Right.
If he goes down, who is our tight end?
Welch, who had a catch yesterday from Tyler
Shuck. Tight ends looked pretty good yesterday. Like they were making some plays out there. Like I didn't look at it and think a weak point, but yeah, you're right. They don't have like a name out there that anybody would recognize.
Yeah, I'm just a little worried about that because I mean, when it comes to regular season football, I don't know. I mean, maybe we could pull one out the blue, but just a little concerned about and cornerback. That would be another one, right? Because I mean, if Kool-Aid's not what we hoping he's going to be. I mean, you got Alontae Taylor who's hurt with an injury, which is probably nagging. You know, that you hate to hear it. And then who you got behind that? You got Amadi, who I saw. I don't know if y'all saw that yesterday. He got shook out his ankles.
Yeah,
it was incredible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just a couple positions. I'm a little.
I do
concerned.
like Quincy Riley from Louisville though. I think he's going to outplay his 4th round draft status.
Yeah, leading tackler yesterday.
Yeah, what you never want your corner to be the leading tackler, but
yeah,
that's an issue.
All right, Dev, before we let you go, a little RB&R day. Do we have a general area where we're going to go?
No. I
love how you decided like at 10:30.
Yeah, because it keeps the authenticity of the segment, man.
Yeah.
You know, look at all these. Dude, when I started the food segment stuff over 5 years ago, the only other dude I really knew doing the food stuff like that on the internet was Portnoy. I'm serious. TikTok wasn't even out yet. Now it's like so many people, and you can tell that they get with these restaurants ahead of time.
Yeah.
I mean, that is something
for sure.
That is something I never want to do. I'm never going to do. You know, it's always going to be spur of the moment. You know, just like I always tell the story about, you know, pulling off the interstate and going to the zoo one day. You know, I wasn't expecting to do that. It's just like whatever the feeling is, it just makes it more authentic, man. It makes it, I don't know, it's good for the internet. That's the best way I can put it because there's so much that's really not, in my opinion.
All right, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, good enough to join us every single Monday here. We look forward to the RB&R review, wherever Dev might end up. We appreciate it, brother.
Hell yeah. Y'all take care.
All right, you as well. Cannot wait. This is going to be an electric year for Dev on Sunday nights taking phone calls. It's going to be electric.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's going to be good.
I think we got to wait for, he said win the first game of the year, potential.
Yep.
I think if we just, one game a month.
So I stepped out for a second.
We have any January games? I feel like I'm throwing that we term around pretty
Yeah,
loose.
you are. I mean, you know.
So I stepped out for a second. Did we address the beef, Matt?
Oh, we did not. We did not. We did not. It's okay. We don't have to talk about it. Just Go to Dev's social media, puzzle pieces, put them together. Some things were said this weekend. Some things were said. Some things were done.
Even family argues.
All right. We'll take a break. More OTB when we come back. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
You know what helps with family arguments? Going for dose.
A little time apart.
Nope. Going for dose. It's like when you're watching Fast and Furious, right? And Dom comes in and they've all got family dinner. You know what you can always count on being on that table? Dos Equis. It's because it's family. It's what they do. It's what we do. It's what you should do. You should go for dose.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing. We live in South Louisiana. I would say the majority of us like to enjoy a little cold pop, a little bevy every now and then. And if you are going to do that, make sure you do it responsibly. But make sure that you are going for dose. We got start of the week. You had a good weekend. Maybe you got a case of the Monday as well. Maybe you want to delete a few beers after work. Whatever it is. Make sure it's an ice-cold Mexican lager with 2 X's on the front. Dos Equis. Go for dose. Drink responsibly.
Met a girl, thought she was grand. Fell in love, found out firsthand. Went well for a week or two.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
In a trap I can't grab. Never thought I'd be the one who'd slip. Then I started.
All right, welcome back in 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. All right, one thing that I saw over the weekend, and Tay put it in the doc here, and I wasn't going to talk about it, but it's in the doc. Certainly something a lot of people have talked about. The AP put out an all-time All-Americans team. There's some really good players on here, obviously. The running backs, for example, Barry Sanders, he played for the Lions, in case you're wondering, and Herschel Walker, right? Get it? Tim Tebow's the quarterback on this, and it's from his 07 year, right? The year that we played him and beat him in Tiger Stadium. I love Tim. Tim's a hell of a college football player. Tim was doing things that nobody had done because, like, Urban Meyer brought that to Florida in college football, and Tim is one of the all-time greats. So I'm not saying that he's not. But first-team offense quarterback, if I'm going one singular season, like, is anybody in this room, if the game's on the line in the fourth quarter with a minute and a half left, going to pick Tim Tebow over Cam Newton or Joe Burrow? Anybody in this room?
I'm not.
If we're going single-season AP All-American team, and I'm not just picking on him, but I'm like, why?
What's the time frame?
It's just you weren't in here. The AP put out an all-time All-American team. And 07 Tebow's the first-team quarterback. Again, Tim's a much better college football player than I was. I get that, although we did beat him.
Why did they only go by 1 year? Because if you want to argue career, Tebow's got an argument. But 1 year, why did they only go?
Well, even if they want to go career, I'm just let's take the LSU fandom out of this. If you can't choose Joe Burrow, okay, I'm going Cam Newton, and I'm not even thinking about it. It's not even let me see. It's Cam Newton. The year that he had with no Jimmys and no Joes, it was Cam. Right? I mean, it was Nick Fairley on defense. It was Cam Newton on offense. And I'm not throwing shade at his other players, but no Sunday players outside of Cam Newton on that team. You look at 07 Florida, they had Percy and they had some other guys, obviously, that were really good All-American, All-SEC type players. I don't know, man. I was a little surprised when I saw this because I don't know why. It's the in vogue thing to kind of hand wave what Cam Newton did in the NFL and college football recently, just because now he's got a podcast and he kind of, speaks his truth right now. And everybody's like,
why does he get?
I have no idea.
Wasn't he also the MVP 1 year in the NFL?
Yes.
Yeah,
and everybody trying to take shots at him like he was some bum. I'm like, he went 15-1 with the Panthers.
His number one receiver was Devin Funches.
Forgot that they went 15 and
Devin Funches was his number one guy.
Who went from like early in his career, not the most threatening like pocket passer.
Mm-hmm.
So like when he won that MVP year, he was making every throw. So like, why does he get the hand wave? Like when you
It's
think
weird.
about that, I mean, I get it. Like, you know, Tebow's got this stardom, this fandom out there that, you know, it's, you know, Tebow or bust or Tebow or die or whatever it is, which is fair for how good of a player.
Tebow's
And,
great.
like, and look, you're trying to choose between like a ribeye and a fillet right here. Like it's like you're choosing over the best of the best, trying to like.
But Cam should be chosen. If we're going single season, like the career stuff, whatever, sure. Like Chris Leak was also the starting quarterback on that 06 team. People just like to forget that. But like the season Cam had, or the season Joe had. But again, if we're taking the LSU fandom out of
Season
this,
Jaden had.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's like if the
I mean, he
games
just got Matt House. That's it. Like you take that apart, like that was there.
he got housed.
What was the offensive statistical like leader between 19 and Jaden's 23? Like each of them could score at any single play.
Yeah, they score basically every drive.
But just because Jaden's like extra element, like it didn't matter if we were on our own 1 yard line. Like I knew that something positive was going to happen.
Yeah. And again, didn't like just complete shade. It's really to bring up the fact that I don't know like why in these conversations, and Vince Young was second team, by the way. VY in 06, pretty special. But still Cam Newton, Cam Newton's like, and I don't want to take anything away from VY either. But for Cam Newton to do it in the SEC when he didn't have any other NFL guy out there, like he had a running back that played a little bit, like didn't even get vested. Like the receiver, like it's one of the most remarkable seasons and impressive seasons because he went through the toughest league and went on and won a championship. I don't want to say single-handedly because football is the ultimate team sport, but that man put the weight of the entire university on his back.
He had 51 touchdowns in 2010.
51.
Now, Tebow had more in 07, but he had a better supporting cast.
Yeah.
And Cam caught a touchdown pass in 2010. A lot of people forget that.
He did. I remember that play.
It was a trick play, jump pass in the end zone, yeah.
If he was a receiver, he probably would have caught like 30 touchdowns.
All right. So, yeah, just want to give Cam some love.
I mean,
Like,
Joe had 65 in 2019.
Yeah,
I think it's, bias aside, it's Joe Burrow.
It's by far Joe Burrow.
I'm picking two, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, even if we take it out, like,
Yeah.
I don't know why Cam Newton doesn't
Cam-
get love in these conversations.
Cam, we did like a top 5 quarterbacks of all time last season, and I think Cam was number 2, if not number 1.
Yeah.
I did see a clip of Cam Newton and Tim Tebow playing pickleball together.
No way.
They were teammates at Florida in 07.
they're good
Auburn
buddies.
is retiring number 2.
He should. It should have been.
They
Yeah.
just announced it.
Yeah, Florida, you bums.
Yeah.
Retire 15.
You got the punter out there a couple years ago wearing it.
Yeah, he was.
Like, and it pains us to say good things about your players.
Yeah,
but do the right thing.
Like
You're
Tim
a bunch
was
of
one of the all-time
bums for
greats.
not retiring Tebow's number. Get out of here. Y'all too good for Tebow?
And LSU retire 72. All right, we'll take a break, wrap it up when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. If you need a roll-off dumpster, remember they have 3 different sizes to choose from. So at your home, at your business, whatever project you've got going on, let them know. Call them up. Hey, here's what I'm expecting. And they're going, okay, well, you need this size. Hey, but it's okay. Even if you run out of room, if you don't know how much work you actually have in front of you and you fill it up fast, they'll come, they'll pick it up, they'll empty it, and they'll bring it right back. That's the kind of service you get with Trash Rangers. So go to the website today. You can sign up on the website. You can get that contact information. Give them a call today. Trashrangers.com.
Yeah, residential, commercial, industrial. Like if you have a commercial, you got a factory, if you got an office building, whatever it is, you make a lot of trash, you make a little trash. It doesn't matter. They can schedule pickups daily, twice daily, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever it is. They can customize your trash removal for your job, for whatever your needs are. So the reliable, waste, and hassle-free trash removal service, the best in Louisiana. So give them a call. Go visit them at trashrangers.com.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's only me and I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps.
I want to remind you about our friends over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. GetGordon.com is the website. Remember, anywhere in the state of Louisiana, they can help you out. Doesn't matter where you're at. All right, we can go to Ruston, Louisiana.
Oh.
We can go to Pineville, Louisiana. We can go to Thibodaux, Louisiana. Somebody random. Let's go.
Eunice,
Louisiana. Flynn.
Folsom.
What about Minden?
Minden. We can go to Minden. Folsom. We can go to Folsom.
Why'd you look at me like that?
You used that one before.
Ah.
But you know what? If you need them twice in Folsom, they'll be there, the G team.
I used it before.
So your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888 every single time. Get Gordon and get it done. A lot of great horses in Folsom.
Are there?
Yeah. You ever been to Folsom?
Not really.
No? Anybody here been to Folsom?
No.
Why? Why'd you go? You
Uh,
gotta have a reason.
Couldn't tell you where Folsom is.
There is a Dick Dixon has a family member that has a place,
Wow.
and been out there multiple times.
Nice.
Shout out to Dick Dixon.
Shout out.
A lot of great ranches, racing horses though. Didn't know that? Look at you.
I mean, maybe I've heard that before. It just didn't stick.
No, it's okay.
Well, it's been 3 hours already. Somebody in the chat. Daniel's got jury duty. Oof.
Yikes.
Y'all ever done that?
No, never.
Nope.
I've never been called.
Knock
for it.
on wood. I
I've been
haven't
called,
either.
but I got to the finish line yet. All right, we're at the finish line. We'll see you tomorrow.
Off the bench.
All right, go to yourgoodwood.com. That is the website for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. If you've got something going on with you right now and you want to get to the bottom of it, go to the website, find a full list of conditions that they can treat. But we always encourage you, okay? If you don't see it on there, have a conversation with them. Or if you do see it on there and you just want to continue that conversation, book your consultation, bottom right corner of the website. Again, that website is yourgoodwood.com. That phone number is 225-4GD-WOOD.
Man, we got these bodies, and we say it every day. As we get older, we're not getting any younger. So things go wrong, things happen, but guess what? There are people out there, Your Goodwood, they can help you. Whatever it is, testosterone therapy, sexual performance. How about a little bit of hair treatment? If the hair starts falling out a little bit, it's okay. Go see them. Embarrassment free. Get a consultation today. That is yourgoodwood.com.